And we're live.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. It's David here. I have a very special guest star. It's Nick. And we're going to hear about his amazing story. You are Nick Fava.
Nick Fava, yes, sir.
And you are currently, what is your position?
So currently, I'm an executive casino host at Ellis Island Casino in Las Vegas.
Is that not fantastic, dude? And as far as I know, and I know a lot of people, okay, you are the youngest executive casino host that I know of, anywhere really. And did I mention I know a lot of people? I mean, we work with a lot of casinos. I don't know of anybody younger. I have heard of someone younger who was not so much an executive casino host. I mean, you earned the job. You're not related to the Ellis family?
Nope.
So you didn't get your job by being like, daughter or son. You know what I'm saying? You didn't marry into that relationship?
No, I sure didn't.
Move your mic a little this way.
I got to move it away?
This way.
This way?
So when you're talking to him.
Oh, got it. When I'm talking to you. I have sound issues, dude. Luckily, it's coming out the right hole, okay? I'm just going to say, wow, okay.
That's okay.
Okay, so here we are. We're gonna talk about your whole journey because I think it's fantastic. And I think we're going to share that, and a lot of people are very interested. First of all, we had another host on. So originally when we were going to talk about value, and we are going to talk about value. So those of you who are tuning in on the value side, this guy knows value. Like he's literally at the value center. So we're going to talk about value, but not just there. We're going to talk about value in gaming, hotels, and stuff. We're going to do that kind of at the end. Before I get there, I do want to let you guys know we have a fan event. It's August 26th, right? 26th and 27th. And right now, the link is up on our CasinoQuest.biz, B-I-Z website. And listen to this. On the 26th, we're going to have a big party, a catered party right here all night long. And the tickets are, you get dinner, a T-shirt. Did I mention it's the Alex Kim Ruined My Life Vegas tour? It really is, dude. You got to be kind of a fan. But it comes with a free T-shirt for every ticket holder. And then we're going to invite you guys over Sunday. And we're going to film a show. We're going to film our roulette. A lot of you guys follow our roulette strategies. We're going to film roulette strategies live in front of a live audience, right? Is that the goal? In front of a live audience. And we're going to do that from 12 to 3. And you guys are all invited. And yes, there's a little money for the ticket. But it's pretty cheap, dude. It's $40, dude. You get a shirt and dinner, and you get 2 days of events. I mean, you can't beat that. You can't do anything in Vegas for $40, dude.
And your foolproof roulette strategies, right?
Foolproof roulette. Well, I don't know. Let's not go that far. Let's not get crazy. All right. So let's talk about. We're going to talk about you, sir, and then we are going to switch gears and talk about value. But first, I think it's so amazing. So I was originally going to have you on the show. We're going to talk about the kind of value in Vegas. You know Vegas. You're a host. You work with people looking for some value, or kind of the whole spectrum of the experience.
Of course.
And then I find out how old are you? Can you share?
Yeah. 25 years old.
25.
So.
Did you share that already? You might have shared that already. I'm getting old. All right, so you're 25 years old, dude. I mean, that's fantastic. So how the hell? So when did it all start?
Well, for me,
yes.
Right, my father was in hospitality.
Okay.
And I knew that was the business I wanted to be in.
Okay.
Right? I just thought it was an incredible thing, especially nowadays, that hospitality is one of the only industries that genuinely walks the fine line of human interaction with the rest of whatever business is going on, right?
Okay.
And I thought it was an absolutely incredible thing. So I watched my dad my whole life, and he was doing different food and beverage jobs, moving to different properties, all that stuff. And I was like, I love that industry, but I don't want to be in food and beverage.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
What didn't you like about food and beverage?
It's a, I wouldn't say tougher job, but it's a different job.
Yeah.
Right? It's
a dirty job, dude. You got to touch other people's stuff, dude.
To each their own.
Yeah, you
right?
know what I mean?
To each their own.
I always, listen, you got to give them credit, dude. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it.
But in food and beverage, right? It's a lot of fun, and I think what they do is incredible. And I watched my dad his whole life have an incredible time doing it. But where's the real action at? Right, was the gaming side of things.
Yeah, a lot of action on the gaming floor, dude.
Yeah. And when I started to, get a little older, look into different parts of the business and all that good stuff, I just thought that's where I want to be. That's where
so when you were older, was that mean you were on the precipice of being 21 or 12?
Yeah.
Was this older as in like...
And it's funny because a lot of my older friends and mentors, whenever I talk about being older or younger, they're like, what was that, 5 years ago for you?
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Holy crap, dude.
So when I say that, it's 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. We have a friend connection in Scott Morrow who's been he's been on the show. We're good friends of Scott. We love Scott. Scott's been very important to the school. We hope that we remain important to him. You know what I mean? Yep. Prayers out there for Scott. But so you sort of grew up in the state, let's say. Started a little smidgen in Reno, then here you are in Vegas. You're kind of homegrown for this experience, and you start out traveling. I know you told me your dad's traveling. Then you come back, and so what was the catalyst? What was the first How did you decide you were going to be a casino host? Was that something that you just evolved into, or did you make that decision at some point?
Well, it's a little bit funny, right? I worked in food and beverage after my whole story before.
Oh, right.
Right, when I was young, going through my undergrad in college.
Were you an actor?
Was I an actor?
You know how many actors? It's like an automatic thing. Okay, go ahead.
But I worked in different, few upscale places. My first job was a rollerblade server at Sonic. Right.
Ah, really? I love rollerblading. Not so much Sonic, but rollerblading. Fantastic. All right, go ahead.
And I knew. Getting into the industry, right, it would be harder to get into some of the larger scale corporations, right? And I had a friend that was working at Ellis Island at the time. So I went, and he's like, hey, you have to come down, come talk to our food and beverage director, get a serving job, do this. I was like, okay, perfect, I'll try it. I had to go down there 3 times before she finally was like, stop bothering me, I'll give you a job, right? So I ended up serving there. And then I got promoted to bartender at Ellis Island. And then I sought out the executive management there and said, hey, I want to do an internship with you guys. I want to learn casino. I want to learn hotel. I want to learn HR. And I want to learn player development.
Wow.
Right?
And they were like, yes?
Yeah, well, it was part of UNLV as well, right?
Okay, right. You had Scott on your side.
Yeah, I had Scott on my side.
Kind of pushing the envelope like Scott does.
Shout out to Scott.
If he likes you, dude, you're great. If he doesn't like you, you know what I mean? You may as well. But if he likes you, dude, you got some doors. All right, well, go ahead.
He is, a fantastic man and a great mentor.
Yeah,
right?
no, 100%. Yeah.
But yeah, so I did the internship, right? And I was going between departments. It got cut short during COVID. And then after I graduated my undergraduate degree, the management over there approached me and said, hey, we don't want to lose you. What do you want to do? Right? And I said, of course, I'd love to be in player development, get some hosting experience, some management experience down the road, all this great stuff. And I knew being a casino host obviously was a very fun job, but it also touched all areas of the business. Yeah. Right? So I could learn, have my hands in food and beverage, have my hands in hotel, have my hands in event setup and promotions and all this great stuff, and just get that large scale experience, right? Being in that area of the business.
Dude, you came with a plan, man. That's fantastic. Do you know, interestingly, my anecdotal thing, I do this a bit, by the way, but in this business, in gaming, it's so old school of you to go down there and just bug them over and over and over. Just go after the thing that you want the most, right? Alex's mom famously worked at Palace Court at Caesar's Palace, which was literally the best job in Vegas.
And they just redid that, right?
They sort of, yeah. So they redid the Palace Court. But back in the day, if you worked in Palace Court, in their Baccarat room especially, right, you made a ton of money. But it was hard. You had to wait for someone to die, and you had to sneak in and take over their clothes and pretend you were there. It was a big process, But anyway, so the story goes, his mom went down there every day for week after week after week, just bugging the crap out of them until they were like, listen here. You know what I'm saying? I did the same thing at the Trop. Okay. Didn't work out well for me. I never got the job at the Trop back in the day. But it worked out great for his mom. She became a Baccarat dealer. For 20 years, she worked at the Palace Court Baccarat room, which was one of the best jobs in town. And that's sort of how Alex got all of his entitlement and these kinds of things. Did you see that, Alex? Is Alex watching? He's not watching. He's famous now, dude. He's moved on to Baccarat Consulting, so he's big. All right.
Okay.
So, but so that's amazing. So you went after you strategically picked a casino that you knew was a little easier. Easier access, let's say. Because if you go into like an MGM, if you go into some of these larger properties, you may have to, your player development is printing cards.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, right?
Exactly.
I mean, did 100%. You know that? I mean, did you look at that before you approached that?
I did. I knew that, and I had some great mentors when I was growing up.
Knew that.
And Scott, when I was in the beginning stages of getting my degree at UNLV and all that stuff, and I sought out their advice and said, hey, what do you think the best course of action is, right? Do I get directly in with these bigger corporations that are doing these different things, or do I go to a smaller scale operation where, and he said, you know what, get the most experience you can, right, at these places. Your career is young, you could move anywhere down the road, right, but it's going to be invaluable doing these things at the age that you are and being able to learn the entire business, right, at the beginning.
Dude, that's fantastic. So, all right, so here we're gonna do some takeaways. So you become this. So eventually, you become an executive casino host. And we had on the show the other day Steve Sear, who is not. He's an independent casino host. So he has like a body of work, so to speak. So over time, he's collected people who are his players, and he shows them a great time. They come out to Vegas. They say, "Hey, Steve, get me a room. Where do I go gamble?" And he kind of directs the play. But with you work for a very specific casino. Your job is to move bodies into that casino, right? Tell me, what is your job? What specifically, what would you say your job is?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost is taking care of the customer, right? It's just making sure the people on property are having a great time, which is important for a place like Ellis Island, an incredible operation in town that's been there for many, many years. That's done a great job. But we may not have all the bells and whistles that some of the other places have, right? So being able to create value there, and the beautiful thing about it is when you walk in the doors at Ellis Island, you're not a number and you're not a dollar sign.
Right.
People notice you, whether if it's the cocktail waitresses remembering your drinks, whether if it's the server knowing your order, right? Whether if it's the pit boss saying, "Hey, Tommy, how you doing, buddy?" Right when you walk in. And that in itself is valuable. People search for that. So first of all is creating experience. Second of all is driving business, right? Which is a interesting portion of working at Ellis Island because, some people don't know about it. Some people do, and they love it, and it's easy. And then also being connected with different people, right? Especially as a young host. You talk about Steve Sear, another incredible mentor of mine. His book lasts 40 years, right? And
he's got some whales on his.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
And mine, lasts 2, right? Yeah. So it's just getting out there.
You're in the dolphin category.
I'm in the dolphin category. Yeah, I'm in the mini whales.
Yeah, mini whales, yeah.
I'm the minnow hunter.
Working up to
I guess.
orca. Yeah, good.
Yeah, but it's putting yourself out there, getting to know those people, right? Driving business, driving experience, and then how do you meet them? First of all, players know players, right? So you get connected with other people, and then word of mouth travels quickly.
It does,
right? And I can't tell you how many people have told me, not to say other operations in town don't do a great job, because I have respect for a lot of other operators in town. They say, "Man, I love coming here because you come out and see me, right? You come say hello, you take care of me, you're there when I arrive, right?" And a lot of places aren't able to offer that experience because maybe it's the size of the player, or maybe they just are spread too thin, right? If you have a property like MGM, you have thousands and thousands of players coming in on a daily basis, and how many hosts does that property have?
Yeah, it's tough. A lot of casinos, I think, and I know that there's a lot of casinos on the Strip that have rolled back your job specifically, and have moved on. Like if you have a big book, you know what I mean, you might be safe. But if you're relying on people to come into your property and service them, a lot of those jobs are gone. I mean, I know one casino or casino network specifically that eliminated a lot of these top tier hosts, even those that were dedicated to like one island or one. You come in and you're from some island or some destination, and that's your host, because they've tried to cut back and they're looking at ways to, increase margins. This isn't. I know for some of you that are tuning in, this may sound a little bit like we're Ellis, very Ellis-centric. I will say that, way before I met you, and way before I met anyone at Ellis has been a destination for us. We send all our fans there. You know why we send? You can create opportunity. $5, $10 tables. You don't have to spend $23 to get a drink. You can actually find a regular beer for a regular price, like what you might be used to at home. Really,
exactly.
You know what I mean? You also find the yard is very affordable. You don't have to. You won't be at $100 a person leaving the yard. You can eat $100, probably 4 people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
For sure,
easily. And that's with apps.
With apps and drinks.
And drinks, and you can still have the same level of experience. I've been going to Ellis for as long as I've been in town. I have quite a few of my own sort of special experiences. that I've had over the years, and Ellis was always recognized as kind of the heart of Vegas in some ways. You know, especially if you're a dealer. There's not a dealer out there that's been dealing in this town for a long time where Ellis wasn't the destination one night. You know, because you guys always had industry night. You always took care of people in the business. You still do. So industry, it's the first beer is free. Is that what it is? Or
well, anybody with an industry ID,
yeah,
right? They come in, they can get the industry drink promotion, which is any drink up to $8 their first drink, right? So if you want to get
Free.
a beer, free. Beer, glass of wine, cocktail, shot if you're that type of guy.
Yeah. No one does that, dude.
Back in the day, there's a few of them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Back in the day, it was there was one strip club that had a free buffet. Yeah, the free buffet at the strip club, and not what was on the stage either. We're talking actual food, dude. We're talking food. And,
I was wondering.
You got a free buffet, but Ellis always had some kind of industry thing.
Yeah.
And I went there. You guys used to have industry night for the barbecue. You were famous for that barbecue, and you were telling me, used to wrap around. All right, so executive casino host. So how many of you are there at Ellis?
Well, I'm the only one specifically with that title, right?
Isn't that fantastic, dude? I knew that. I just asked you.
Yeah,
it was like a quiz, dude. I knew that was a thing, and I find that so impressive. Literally, Ellis, you're the guy. You're literally the guy. You go to Ellis and you are the guy. Like that's it. They put all their eggs in one basket, dude. You're the basket.
So I better hope I'm good.
I mean, you legitimately are good, actually. I mean,
I appreciate that.
I've heard so much positive feedback. It's pretty amazing because you literally, you can see, you make contact with everybody. You know what I mean? I mean, we've had people who have interacted with you, and it's pretty amazing. Like you actually do interact with everyone that goes down there. If you're on their card, you make a point to say hello, to sort of create this experience for them. And it's quite impressive because you get that nowhere else, dude. That's not a thing. Maybe Steve, but Steve can pay a lot of attention. He knows. He schedules his people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the guy. He's with the guy. You know what I mean? That's a whole different kind of experience. I mean, you have a whole casino to work with. You got a bunch of people all showing up at the same time, whether you like it or not in some cases, right? All with your card and your thing. Okay, so where do you go from here? What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you first. I want to touch on some stuff that you talked about.
Okay, go touch on everything. Touch it all.
But any younger demographic that's listening to this, right? It's so important to find what you're passionate about.
Yep.
And I was lucky enough to find my passion in this industry, and it doesn't stem from wanting to be the best casino host of all time or anything like that, right? But it stems from just having a passion for people, right? And I enjoy, like I talked about before, creating that experience, but also just genuine interaction, right? Whether it's you and me talking right here or checking out at the grocery store. And that's so important to be in this business, at least on the front-facing side of things, right, in a position like this, because you deal with people all the time.
Yeah.
And you got to love them.
You got to love them.
And if you do, your job becomes very easy, very enjoyable, and it's a lot of fun.
It really is, dude. I mean, people will say my passion is talking.
No, they don't.
We got Dennis nodding away over there,
They
shutting
don't
me
say
up.
that, do
No,
they?
they do say that. My passion is the school.
Yeah.
My passion is 100% the school. Everything that came from it. I never even looked to be the best dealer, even though I am the best. No, my whole thing has been creating opportunity. For people who similar to me, maybe struggling, looking to transition. By the way, all right, so. Can I just add that I have this incredible interview next week? We have, this is going to be a huge segue, but only because it's on my mind. I want to say it before I forget about it. But we're starting a series called The Amazing Stories of, and some of you guys have contributed to our Path Up initiative, and that Path Up initiative went to a young man and his mother. They came over to Ukraine just like 2 months ago. So his mother came over, and then he came over, and they came from Odessa, which is that city on the sea, or in the sea that's been cruise missiles and under attack and everything else. So they got a special thing to come here, right? And the mom was able to get her green card, a working card, and she was a dealer back in the day. So she comes here. She doesn't know what to do. She actually paid. We had no idea she was from Ukraine. She other than the fact she didn't speak great English, but I'm not good on the Ukrainian accent thing, right? But this is something about passion, a little bit. Okay, a little second. Then we get back to you. I promise. I'm sorry.
Please.
But because this is a lead to the very next show that we're gonna have.
Incredible.
And so she comes in, and then she doesn't understand a whole lot because she's from Ukraine. She speaks Ukrainian. We don't have any Ukrainian instructors right now. We're maybe in the future. And so she starts, and she's a great dealer. You could see that she's dealt before, and she's been a dealer for many years. But it was the only thing that she really had a skill for. And here she is in Vegas, so she's like, why don't I become a dealer, right? And she's like in her 40s, late 40s, that kind of thing. So we start working with her. We see she's a great dealer, and we gift her another game. She ends up in single zero, and she learns single zero. And this is going to have a fantastic ending. We'll wait for it. But her son comes in, and he starts translating and helping her out. And we get her, I won't share it, but we got her a fantastic strip job. We moved around from no break-in job. We got her a fantastic center strip job.
Incredible.
She is the sole income earner, and we gifted the whole school to her son, who is 25 years old, and is they don't have no money. They have they're here on someone else's kindness, staying with them. They're sharing one car. Out of 8 of them or 9 of them, whatever it is, they have one. Her son knows English. That's it. And we are going to film an interview with him, and we're going to share that experience and that whole journey. And that's coming after Steve Sears next. Steve's on next, okay? Because I reserved the slot for him. But after that, I know Steve. I took a little of the buzz out of here. He might be watching. They might be watching. This. But we're having this Ukrainian because I want to share that because Vegas has that, dude. Vegas offers real opportunity to real people all the time, and you're an example of someone that you had a plan, you had a little insight, you had a great mentor, which is great. And here you are. All right, so what's next? So what's next up? You're gonna own the casino? What's gonna be 27, just like call it a day?
No, nobody's taking over.
Okay, go. Yeah.
But first of all, what a fantastic story.
Isn't that a great story, dude?
Oh my God.
I didn't even know that story was a story until you know what I mean? Like her son, I didn't know she was from Odessa or she was I thought maybe she's just Kiev, which is still.
Yeah.
But they're cruise missiles the week before they got out. Luckily, you know what I'm saying? It's literally fantastic. And we didn't have to preach that. She's that good. We got her an audition with the SR, and she passed her audition. She is great.
Wow.
She just needed a little refresh. And now he's going through the school, and he'll be in a mid-tier casino. The both of them are making over $100,000 a year.
Incredible.
Just like that, and taking care of whatever family is left.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right. What's next for you?
and see, now, stories like that make me realize, why the school is your passion, right? I mean, hearing something like that is absolutely incredible, and what a good thing to take home at night and realize, wow, this is all
we did that.
Beautiful. This is all worth it, and we did that.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Incredible.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right, where are you going? Go.
But for me, I I absolutely love this industry. I plan to keep moving up. I can't say that I plan to be an executive casino host forever, right? But I would love to keep moving through slot operations, player development, and just see where the world goes, right? Because right now, the gaming industry is changing so much, and we have these different gaming licenses and operations opening up all over the world.
Yeah.
All these different governments and jobs are being created, and they realize that how important this industry is, how much jobs it can create, right? And people are going to be doing it anyways. Right?
Might as well get those taxes.
You might as well get, as well get the money out of it,
That's it.
So I think there's so many opportunities, right? Whether if it's through the proliferation of sports betting, right? That's happening right now, or brick and mortar operations and online casino. That it's a incredible thing for anybody that's wanting to get in this industry right now.
Yeah.
And for me, my passion lies in the casino, in the weeds, so they say.
The front end of it, the player part of it.
Exactly.
And you had mentioned the slot part of it, especially, which I think is very cool. I've always been very enamored. As much as I've been part of the table game, it's always amazed me how they roll them out, who makes the decisions, what slots, why do they pay, because everybody's always, I play a lot of Keno. So I have some insight on that. You have one of the best slot directors in town, dude. You stole him from the El Cortez.
Well, I don't want to say stole, but we have him now.
We do. By the way, they do literally have the ultimate slot guy. We got to throw some golden rings out his way. If you guys don't know, for the longest time, El Cortez had the billboard up. The best paybacks in town. But it wasn't just that. You went in there and you for someone around slots like on a daily basis, if you have like a habit, which I may or may not have had a habit back in the day, right? Going into the El Cortez was like, it was great because it was like you could find your little space and everything was sort of the machines had their own little areas. You didn't have to worry about that Wheel of Fortune noisy one if you wanted to be in the quiet cubby of video poker. You'd have all the people clicking away at video poker away from the other people doing the butterfly slot noise machine. You know what I mean? And someone created that whole experience. So and that was kind of the thing that a lot of people take that for granted, that atmosphere that a slot director might create. Because I don't know, I think I've been to a casino, some new ones like in the Midwest, and you walk in and it just feels like they're just dead. They're like, I don't know who put this together, but holy crap, what the hell happened here?
And it's so funny you say that because there's so much behind the scenes that happens.
Yeah,
right?
that people don't know.
Yeah, whether if it's like you said, what machines do you put where to create experience, right? For instance, if a machine pays a lot of little jackpots, right? You put it right by the door. So everybody walking in is, oh my gosh, right? You hear it, people are winning, they're having fun, and it's funny. And then sight lines and everything like that. Can you see through the casino floor? You don't want any obstructions and all this other stuff. And then just atmosphere, right? I mean, people like what they like, and these things are basically video games now.
They really are. And you're coming in at a really interesting pivot, I think, because I have to believe the AI thing and the VR thing and augmented reality, all these things are going to find their way somehow influencing, slot play.
Yeah.
We
I would say so.
We've talked to a few people that are working on software and developing kind of like, and I mean, this is going to be a fast moving thing here in a minute. I have a feeling like AI right now. I mean, that's like the talk of the town. You know what I mean?
Well, have you used ChatGPT?
I have, dude. I haven't used the Google one. The Google one hates me, dude. I don't know what's going on with that Google one. Have you heard the Google one? It's kind of got a little bite to it, dude. It's not like it. But ChatGPT, I've used ChatGPT. In fact, I've switched over, I think, to Bing, which I think is like the threat to Google. When I search or look up articles, because it's much more comprehensive. I seem to get a better. In fact, I think we can fire almost half our staff now with using ChatGPT.
That's the,
you know what I'm saying? That's the tough part about it. That's why it's great being player development, because I mean, up until they figure out a robot with an AI brain, they need you.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I touched on at the beginning, right? Is especially in the technology part of it, hospitality. You have to walk that fine line, right? Because people come to places like Las Vegas and these other beautiful resorts and destination cities around the world. First of all, service, right? And people want service. They want to be serviced. And that's what the industry shows, what the data shows, right?
Yeah.
That's why they're here.
That's right.
And you can't just turn everybody into robot bartenders, right?
They got rid of those. There's only one left.
Yeah. I mean, maybe in the service well, right?
Yeah.
You can get away with it, you know. But if you're talking on the floor, right, or servers, or even check-in, even I was at the Wynn the other day, and they had their mobile check-in kiosk, but I was told this is a complete option, Our bell and whistle is still the lobby. This is here as an amenity, is how it's thought of. It's an amenity if you want to use it, right? So, we're in a very interesting time in the industry right now because, right, how much technology can you put before people lose that personal
there's
touch?
the wall. They've already tried ETGs, so I've had this conversation many times with everybody. I don't care how many times I see somebody write an article. And those of you out there writing articles about the death of table games, stuff like that, it's all nonsense. ETGs are not coming to take any dealer jobs. If you don't have the dealers, you have no choice but to put in an electronic table game. You don't have dealers, right? So you get this augmented, situation where you have one dealer with the stick, and you know what I mean? But it's nothing like an experience with a craps crew or a roulette game or a blackjack table. It's literally not even close. And the numbers from the slot world will tell you that when they put these ETGs out there, they're lower buy-ins for less time. They don't compare to the kinds of drops. Record drops. In Las Vegas is whacking players left and right. They're $1 billion win on blackjack, man. You know what I'm saying? And people are buying into it. There are people that walk up to a 000 roulette wheel and they're like, "Look at more ways to win, honey.
Yeah.
Look at that."
Did you see the new? I think it's a birthday bet that they released at the Downtown Grand.
That's fantastic, dude.
Where on the roulette game, every row, right?
Birthday bet.
has astrology symbol. So you can bet on Aquarius, Virgo, this, that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not sure if this is live yet, so don't quote me. But I heard about it, and the first time it hits is 6-1, I believe, And then if it hits twice the same row, meaning 22, 23, 24, then it's 50 to 1.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
More
so
ways to win.
More
Dude.
ways to win and more
I mean,
fun
who
for the
cares
players.
about the theoretical or the math or the fact
Nobody
that
cares.
you're
Enjoy
being
yourself.
turned upside down? You know what I'm saying?
Enjoy yourself.
That's your birthday, dude.
That's
Enjoy
your
that. You know what I
birthday.
mean?
Have fun.
100%. People, literally, it's unbelievable. We had a group come in here just a minute ago, and they're like, listen here, dude. We love the field. That's all we play. It's the best bet in the whole house. Tell me it's the best bet. Literally, that was the lead. The guy's like, tell me it's the best bet. I'm like, dude, it's one of the worst bets. You know what I mean? What do you want from me? You want truth or you want...
you want me to tell you the truth? Exactly.
This is where virtual reality comes in. You create your own virtual world. You can play field, and it could be the best bet ever, dude. You get the bet and a birthday suit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I will say one funny thing. You were talking about electronic table games, right? One group of players that I've noticed that really like the electronic craps games are the don't players.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because
they don't have to be harassed and
shunned
wedgied
by the rest of the table, right?
Yeah, you want to get one less wedgie a day. You can play. That's true. Then they play on the don'ts. I will say this. I do love the bubble crap. I love the interblock bubble craps.
It's its own thing, right?
It really
it's
is.
Fun.
Me and Dennis, when we were out in Colorado, and we didn't want to get on a $15 table, it's a great way to spend $100. But again, $1,000 on a $15 table, $100 on interblock game, right? Whole different universe. And of all the tables that we have, all the games or casinos we have relationships with, the only time they choose an ETG over a real table is for lack of dealers.
Yeah.
They don't pay these dealers a lot. They only get minimum wage. So the tips come from players. So a majority of the way, it's pretty cheap to man a table, believe it or not. And some of these games, by the way, aren't cheap. Even the floor releases can be expensive. You know what I mean? Even if they're running a floor release in the game. That's your department. But it's nothing like being on a real table. It becomes the heart of the casino. You know what I mean? You're hearing that noise and seeing that interaction, and people love that. All right, we are going to move on to the value side of this. What do you think? Good?
Yeah.
I think you're going to be marvelously successful. I think the fact that you go out there with a plan and you have a passion for this side of the business and you're actually sitting home going, listen, this is my strategy for world domination, dude. Not everybody does that. You know what I'm saying?
But let me tell you, it doesn't always work out like that, right?
It doesn't always work out.
Just so everybody knows,
There's going to be some peaks and valleys. It's not all wins. You know what I mean? It is Vegas after a while. Every now and then you get the hand model, spin in the zero, and everyone gets whacked. Every system, hand model. Can they hear you? Do you have a mic? Oh, they can hear you? Fantastic. We got to hear from the hand model. They want to hear from the hand model.
Oh.
He's making a special appearance. That's Dennis back there, by the way. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis.
We appreciate you, buddy.
But as you kind of interjected there, I can read the super chat. Tanuki gave us $9.99.
Holy smokes.
Said, look at you, buddy.
I know. Look at you, buddy. Hey, we have more shirts coming in. By the way, we have a new version of the Look at You, Buddy shirt and the Alex Kim Ruined My Life Anything Extra. We'll have some extra shirts for some of you. And the sizes run from all the way up to 5X or 6X this time.
I think it was just 5X.
5X, only 5X.
Something for everybody.
We really do. We have a couple fans out there, and I got you. I mean, David's got you covered. Okay, what else you got? Plus, we have a lot of stuff coming in. All right, we're going to give away one of these mats, literally right now.
Beautiful.
And, we're going to just do host again. Did we do host last time? Because that'd be boring. No? Who remembers?
remember.
We're going to do host again. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually give this away. Actually, here, tell you what, how many likes are there? More than 50 likes? Has anyone started hitting the like button?
Well, you got to tell them to.
You got to tell. All right, hit the like button. When we get to 100 likes, we're going to give away a mat. That's how we get people to start plugging away, dude.
Beautiful.
Otherwise, they're just sitting there, lazy, just talking to their wives, eating popcorn. I don't know what the hell they're doing. And we did switch days. We used to be on Tuesday nights. Now we're on Wednesday nights. Hopefully, we switched days, dude. It was really depressing. I was getting a lot of very depressing messages yesterday. You know what I mean? People had left their kids at daycare. It was really weird.
Well, it looks like you have to do both days then, right?
We should do both days. That'd be fantastic. If only I had enough people watching, then we would do both days. We would split them up. There's too many people in one video stream. You know what I mean? All right. Are we ready to? We're gonna move on to some value because there are people. We teased the value thing for like a couple hours before we changed the thumbnail. So let's. We're gonna do some value. We're gonna talk about some because you are, after all, host. Not everybody stays at Ellis, but I mean, when people call you and say, "Hey, I want to come down and play," and they lose or they win, do you comp? You provide comps to if they come and play some money?
Of course.
What happens if they win a shit ton of money, though?
Of course.
You still comp them?
Of course.
I mean, right? Because you're going to have winners, right? Not everybody comes down to lose.
No,
right?
100%. You know, and that's one thing about the industry, and I think some people get it wrong, right? It's like, oh, I can't comp you one, right?
Yeah.
But you're coming down, you're playing with us, right? You're putting your money in action,
right?
You know, we owe that to you at the very least.
Yeah, something,
right? Something,
yeah.
You know, and a lot of times people are surprised by that, like, oh my gosh, you're still going to buy me dinner? It's like, I'm going to take care of you whether you win or lose.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
And of course, then it's, you know, based on what they play, and if they play enough, right, then, you know, we take care of them. But, you know, it creates a very positive experience, and that's how it deserves to be. You know,
I agree.
They're coming down for their entertainment and enjoying themselves, gambling, right? And if they win, great. You know, take that money home, have fun, and I'm going to buy you dinner on the way out.
Every time Dennis wins, he buys me dinner, dude.
That's why I don't tell him
It's a
when I win.
fantastic game.
You don't tell him you win anymore?
We love
don't
it, dude.
tell him
That's
I
the best
win.
wins possible, dude. I
So now he
him.
asks you, right?
Yeah, no.
Dennis, or have you been
I
winning?
lost
Cakes
all
and
my
pies,
money.
buddy. Cakes and pies. Well, the first time he played, we were there at Dottie's, like a day after his 21st birthday, because you know you got to break him in at Dottie's. Everyone's got to get some of that smoke in them real quick.
Okay.
So we're playing Keno, and 2 minutes in, he hits for about $600, and he's like, "Oh my God, I won $600." And I'm like, you know what that means? Because when you win, you got to take whoever's with you out to dinner, dude. You can't just stiff them. They're there. They sacrifice some of their time to be part of your experience.
Your
you know
moral
what I'm saying?
support,
That's
dude.
it. And I mean, so I was like, that's the thing, because I have a friend of mine who's like just ridiculously wealthy, and anytime he doesn't win. He doesn't play to win, but when he does win, it's like, hey, can I buy you a watch? And I'm like, dude, buy me a car. Why don't you please win enough to buy a car?
Yeah. At least a car.
Watch.
Come
you know
on.
what I'm saying? What do I need a watch for? And he'll just share it with everybody. Whoever's with him, he'll expensive dinner, some champagne, stuff like this. I'm like, Dennis, dude, listen here. This is what you do in Vegas, okay? When you win over a certain amount, you have to peel off.
Spend more than what I want.
That's true. He spent about he took me out to like 3 dinners. It was like $600. It was fantastic, dude. That's how you got to teach your kids, dude, how this works, man. You'll learn. It's fine. It's fine. Well, we'll get to that.
Well, I'm glad to hear it from the man himself.
Yeah. I've been down that road a few times. Okay, are you ready? So we're going to go to what are we doing next, buddy? Value. All right. So let me ask you this. Let's talk about the value games.
Yeah.
How do you get value on a game? My answer is opportunity. How do you get the most opportunity? Go.
So value on a game.
Table game.
First of all, entertainment.
Right. That's value.
I think that's a huge one.
Yep.
You got to be having fun. And second of all, a good game. Right. There's so many places that don't offer a good game anymore.
That's true. So here's the thing, but this is going to sound a little. You know what's great about Ellis? You guys actually have good dealers. So the dealers there work table for table. They make their own tips.
Yep.
And we know, I think, well, we don't know all of them, but we know a lot of them. And they're actually really good. So those of you that are playing different strategies, they know a lot of them. They're actually very good dealers. Ellis is one of the best jobs out there for dealers because they keep their own. And so if they're friendly and outgoing, they can make whatever the hell they want to make.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So their incentive is to be helpful and support whatever it is you're doing.
And those dealers want you to win, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because if not, they're not making any money, right? So they want you to win. They're involved. They're having fun with you.
Yep.
And imagine you're at one of the places that pool their tips, like a lot of them. You have somebody next to you providing no experience, no service, right? And you're making the same amount as them no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Right? What does that do to your service level, right? You
Kills
deflate,
it. Yeah, 100%.
At Ellis, they're making money, and if they're people are putting bets up for them, they're having fun, they're involved, it's based on them, right? It's their experience, and if they create that for the people, they do great. I had a player the other night that tipped one of our dealers an outlandish amount, and she walked to the cage at the end of her shift, and it's her money.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's fantastic. That's a rare thing. There's only 3 casinos I know of that do that.
They hosted
Silverton,
Silverton,
Strat,
And
and Ellis.
yeah, okay.
There used to be a truck stop that was like a sleeper, dude, because they had like one table.
Oh wow.
And you quite literally had to wait. You had to take that person out when they were like on their bathroom break to get that job. It was unbelievable. They were making fantastic money. Truckers used to stop there. It was a really inexpensive game, but it was just all day. It was just you and you know what I mean? It was just,
Where was this?
it was a truck stop many years ago. I know some people that have been around older would probably know, but it was either coming or going for Vegas. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah. One of the had to be in the jurisdiction.
Yeah, it was one of these truck stops, and they had one blackjack table, maybe two blackjack tables, and it was famous for being table for table. Well, it was table for table by default of only one table.
Yeah.
You know
Exactly.
and so they kept their money, and they had a good time of it. So
That's great. I've never heard that. Wow.
yeah, that was. But I've worked table jobs. I worked at the IP years ago, which was a table job, which is now the Link.
Yep.
Has been many places. I worked at Fitzgerald. It was it was shift to shift to shift. So that was fun. So it was only 14 dealers on Graveyard, and it was a fantastic job because we won a lot of dealers and we had some pretty good action.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so really, I mean, it's funny because this is why this category plays well because Ellis has a lot of those. When it comes to value on the strip, there's a lot of categories. But I will say, the detour is the rooms. I only have one place to go for rooms, which is none of the casinos I work with, and they're all going to be. It's not even a casino; it's the Jockey Club. And so the Jockey Club is, and I think a lot of you will agree, especially a lot of the fans out there that will agree that Jockey Club is big because it's literally nestled into City Center by Cosmo. So when they built City Center or Cosmo, when they built City Center, they were trying to buy out the Jockey Club. They were like, listen, you're going to in our way. We'll give you a ton of money. Get the hell out. They're like, no. So they built all around the Jockey Club. So the Jockey Club, if they were timeshares, used to have a view. Now you got no view.
Well, I've even heard people are amazed by the architectural feat, right, of building the Cosmo as close as they did. Because you look out some of those windows at the Jockey Club, and it's this far apart.
That was a petty bill, dude. You know that. You know that guy was like, listen here, buddy.
You're
Let's
not gonna
push
sell,
it closer.
Huh?
Yeah, we'll get you. Well, you're not going to sell. We got you, dude.
Okay.
We're going to get this thing squared away. It's like one of those New York tenements. You know what I mean? We can pass butter to like the next building kind of thing.
Yep.
But it's amazing because the roommates will get low, and then you're literally right there. You can use, hang out at the pools or wherever the hell you want. You can, you got City Center, and the rooms get as low as like 150 or even lower when the place. So it's and you get a kitchenette. It's like a little condo.
Yeah,
like right there in City Center.
And that's hard to find. There's value in that.
And Cosmo is like $500, dude. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I would stay there all day long, dude. I don't care about a view. I mean, I do like a view, but you're in Vegas. Who cares about the view? You're going to get the hell outside.
That's what I always tell people. I say, look, how long are you going to be in the room?
The room's not a thing. Unless the room is a thing.
Yeah, some people,
it's about the room.
The room matters,
Yeah.
and that's what they value, and I completely understand that, right? I like a nice room, right?
Yeah.
But if you're going to be out having fun, going to different restaurants, casino the whole time, right?
Yeah. If you want a room that has a view, and you're really willing to spend some money, because there's not a lot of rooms left where there's a view where you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
Aria Sky Suites.
Okay.
Big, tons of money, $1,500 a night. They'll pick you up at the airport. They're one of the few hotels they'll pick you up. It's this whole experience. They don't even have their own parking. You got to valet. If you're coming in town in a car, you got to come through valet. It's a very bougie experience, dude. But it's literally like white glove kind of thing. I think that alone has the experience that a lot of people don't get to see, but it's not cheap. I know it might be less than 15. It's not every night. It's ridiculous. But the other one is the MGM, the balcony suites with the jacuzzis.
Okay.
Because you can look up at the MGM from the front and you can see them. There's like 10 of them, and you can see where the balconies come out, and those are their jacuzzi. I was lucky enough to have one of those by knowing people in low places. So I knew a hotel clerk that was able to just, I paid $60-something for that room.
Wow.
And every couple, days they would just upgrade it, you know what I mean? And they would just do this little authorization, upgrade, until I ended up, I got one of those rooms. It was fantastic. I only got one night, but still, it was fantastic.
It's a little authorization.
It took like 2 weeks of doing the one little, because they're only authorized to go up one room tier or whatever the hell it was, right up to where I got the damn, because that was the goal.
Yeah.
I mean? And they were on their way out, so screw it. But I think that there are some other hotels in town with some really fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, for the price, I think the Cosmo has a great room. right?
Yeah.
I mean, they were supposed to be condos
Yeah.
at the beginning,
That's right. Yep.
And
So it's a big room with
yeah.
all the amenities.
and whatever happened. And they have the huge balcony, right?
Yeah. They
wrap
still have a
around.
balcony.
Yeah, they still do.
It's you listen, if we don't like to talk about the jump. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna say, but I think that they have maybe are gonna eliminate the balcony thing up there because it's a
Well,
bit high to be on a balcony.
I heard, and I'm don't know if this is true. It's
Yeah.
off the record. But
Off the record.
yeah,
On the record, but off the record.
on the record, but off the
Yeah,
record.
got it.
But for Formula One, right? They were trying to find a way to control how many people are on the balcony.
At one time,
At
because
one time.
everybody's going to be one. Hey, come
Yeah.
on down. I got this balcony.
Exactly, because
There's
it
gonna be
can only
200
hold
people.
so many people.
No,
Yeah,
I get
imagine
that.
if you have 250 people on the balcony.
Ouch.
Got
a lot of.
that could be a situation.
That could be
right?
a situation, dude.
Yeah.
This could go dark quick, dude. We don't want any of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like sliding down the Luxor, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? We won't talk about the guy that slid down the Luxor. That's not a thing. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I know that they've been looking at eliminating. I think those balconies are not long for the world because the last thing you want in Vegas is the balcony. You know,
Yep.
people losing money and being intoxicated. It's not a good connection. And then plus balcony equals. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But Formula One's coming. Holy crap! Okay, ready? We got to touch on this for just a second because you guys are here. Let's just give one of these damn pads away. How are we looking?
Give him a second longer.
Okay, 1 second or like one away. All right. Okay, yeah, you got to hit, dude. If you guys are watching, just hit the damn button. Just lean over. Just move your body forward just a little bit. Okay, so you know what? You guys got a little lucky. Let's be fair.
Oh,
They're building
for
the
100%.
Formula One viewing stadium
Uh-huh.
literally across the street from you.
Yes.
And I've seen the renderings. They look fantastic.
Looks
by the way.
incredible.
Holy smokes,
Yep, it
dude.
sure does.
It's literally the next big. Formula One came to town, and Vegas dropped their pants. You know what I'm saying? Like Vegas was like, listen, whatever you need, whatever you want, we're here to help.
We got you.
We got you. Like literally dropped their pants. I don't know how else to say it. Because all of a sudden now we went from, hey, we were ahead of construction. We got this nice road, all these nice mediums, nice curves. And you know what? Formula One's coming from November 16th to 18th. We got to redo all the roads, rip out the mediums, redo the curves, and then just hold up congestion. Everybody's pissed. Literally everybody's pissed.
Oh, I know.
The taxi
I
drivers
hear it every
are pissed.
day.
Dude.
Trust me. I mean, the people that are coming into Ellis Island right now, because we only have one way in, right?
Yeah.
We're out by Koval, which is under construction. It's going one way.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, right?
Yeah.
Because I know you had to pass through 10 other properties to get here, and right, it's not easy to get in right now.
You guys need a helicopter pad, dude. You better get busy with the helicopter pad.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
need to get that squared away. I mean, but here you are. So so Boulder Station is selling. Boulder Station, nowhere close to the Strip, $500 a night for those 3 days.
Wow.
Boulder Station, okay,
I
no
didn't know
takeaway.
that. Wow.
Everywhere in town, the room rates have just, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
If you're at Caesar's Palace, this was a month ago that I was looking at these rates, and they're probably higher now. $3,000 a night, regular room, $3,000 for that period of time.
Some places are throwing around $1 million packages.
Literally, Wynn,
For-
$1 million.
Yeah. For their biggest suites and tickets and everything else. I mean,
Dude,
it's
I don't even want to tell you what I need for $1 million to stay there. Okay, it's gonna
well,
be
you
like-
wouldn't buy a Formula One package if
I'm
you,
gonna need a lot of service for that $1 million. Let's just say it's gonna take a few days. Dennis is all shaking his head. I don't want to, you know what I mean? It could get But here you guys, right across the street. Okay, I know you guys are planning something.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna go big. I mean, this is gonna be at least for those 3 days. Is it going to be $1 million to be on your sidewalk? I mean, how much is it? Are you going to have to show up in colors? I mean, what kind of thing you got going on over there?
Yeah,
Do you know?
I can't go too deep
much?
into it.
Okay,
right?
because you guys are developing. I know.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time Steve's like, shh, I can't talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we'll definitely have some stuff going on.
Really?
And,
When do you think you guys are going to make the announcement, share it with the world?
it's coming. So we actually have, if you go to our website right now, ellisislandcasino.com,
Yeah.
you can click on the more info, sign up for the email list, and then as soon as details come out, we'll shoot it over to you guys first.
It's got to be big, dude. I'm sure it's big. I know you guys have been planning for a while.
It's going to be very exciting.
It's really interesting. Holy crap. I mean, you guys are literally right. There's no one else. It's just you and Formula One. Not yet.
And it's one of the best spots. I mean, everyone's seen the rendering of the turns and the racetrack and everything. And, it comes right around turn 4 and then goes around the left side and You know?
Wow. Am I going to
It's
be
right
able to
there.
afford to stand on your sidewalk when this all goes down? That's been because I know you guys, and I'm like, holy, how much am I going to have to pay to be on the sidewalk?
Anything for David.
You know what I mean? Do you know what's so funny is, do you know what used to be, you have I mean, I know a lot about the history of Vegas, right? Because I've been like, slouching around for as long as you can ever imagine. And that road that you're on used to have a lot of like weeklies and, inexpensive apartments.
yeah.
A lot of dealers used to live. They've mowed them all down since then. Some of the greatest floor plans, by the way. There was one apartment up the street where I was on a waiting list for like 2 years to get into it. And it never happened.
Wow.
But do you know that the Vegas souvenir shop? So here's a little. So before you get to you, there's a souvenir shop right there on the corner. Do you know what that used to be? With the awning, the one with the big awning. There's like a 7-Eleven to the right.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't know what it.
It used to be Al Phillips.
Oh, really?
It used to be a cleaner.
Oh,
it used to be Al
interesting.
Phillips.
Okay.
And that's where if you worked on the strip and the casino didn't do your, didn't press and
they didn't.
you dropped your clothes off. It was Al Phillips Cleaner. Went out of business, I don't know, 10 years ago, quite a while ago.
Wow. Okay.
You would have been
Fantastic.
15 then before your career in Vegas, so you didn't pass by that. But yeah, it used to be an Al Phillips Cleaner, and then it converted into the souvenir shop. I think it's like a souvenir shop, right?
Yeah.
Or some type of gift store. Gift
People
shop.
are there all the time.
No, it's really busy.
Yeah,
it was
it's
a
really
fantastic use. For a while, it just sort of sat there, and then the 7-Eleven opened there. I don't know if the 7-Eleven's been there the whole time, but that street was always really, really interesting. And then I can remember so many times walking down to the Marie Antoinette, which is at the other end. There used to be a club, this open air club that before you get, do you know where the Marie Antoinette is? It's the apartment complex. On the left, there used to be this open air club, and like 25 years ago. And it made so much noise. Believe it or not, there were like casinos complaining about this club, and the Marie Antoinette complained because it made so much noise. It interfered because it was like boom, boom. But it's amazing how far this all has come. You know what I mean? The Formula One, literally right there.
Right there. I mean, it's gonna be so exciting just because they have so many great places they do these races, right? Whether if it's Monaco, Montreal, blah blah blah, but there's nothing like Las Vegas.
Yeah, 100%.
And going down the Las Vegas Strip is going to be like nothing else. And it's a night, which is exciting in itself.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you know what time it's going to be? It's late at night?
Yeah. I don't know the exact time, but I know it goes until...
So the whole strip
3 or
is just
4
going to
in the
be
morning.
closed down for those 3
Yeah.
days, basically. Just closed. No one's going to be... Bring your walking shoes. No Ubers. No... You know what I mean? I don't know how you're going to get up and down the damn street.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what... I mean, Vegas is going to be a racetrack. It's going to be a flipping racetrack.
A full-blown racetrack.
Like a legit racetrack.
A legit, yep. Down the Las Vegas Strip, around. I mean, it is
Pants off experience, dude. I'm telling you. Vegas just gave it in. They're like, listen,
each their
Formula
own.
One, thank you for showing up. All right. What else do we got? So here, we're going to give away this...
Yes, but I do want to read a super chat before we get
Okay,
there.
go. Mm-hmm.
Clint Vert gave us $4.99. Says
Thanks.
5K weekend player, 2 to 3 times a year. Gold status at NGM, but no love. How do I get in contact with you?
Fantastic. Yeah. So I have, you can get in contact with me 2 ways. One is my host line. You can call or text me directly. That'll be 702-274-5654. Or you can reach out on Instagram, which will be Fava. That'll be FAVA.Nick. And that's it. Those 2 ways. Either one is perfect, and I would absolutely love to hear from you.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Like, you'll hear from him. Like, he answers the phone. He doesn't always answer every call because he gets busy, but he'll text you. He just fire. I don't know what it is. I mean, younger people today, their ability to text like 8 different people all at once is quite striking.
Hey, you're pretty
dude.
good yourself.
Listen here, I'm surrounded. I got people, dude. I got him. I got, you know what I mean? I try to fire off a
Dennis
little bit.
doing your text for you, huh?
I mean, let's just be honest, dude. I try to text, dude. I'm getting better at the texting part of it. That's for sure. I need the AI though, dude. I need the AI. I need to figure out something else. You know what I mean?
You
But,
could probably
I
train
can figure it out.
ChatGPT to...
I could train ChatGPT. Me and ChatGPT are gonna be good friends, dude. We're gonna work things out, dude. Once I'm down to like 2 staff members, we'll be fantastic. Now, that's the only thing that the reason I love our staff. and I love growing our staff.
No, you guys
And
are fantastic.
And there's no takeaway. As much as we can get rid of Dennis tomorrow with chat. No, just
Oh,
kidding.
please fire me.
No, he's like,
He said,
he
do me
needs
a
vacation,
favor,
dude. He
Dennis.
needs a
If he
vacation.
fires you, let me know. We'll get you. We'll get you with us.
But the wonderful thing about our experience is all about people, dude.
Yeah.
When I can't wait to show you guys some pictures. If you come down to the school, I mean, it's people, just people. Just you know what I mean. Whatever else is going on in the world, we got all these people working towards the same. There's a lot of commonality. It's been really fantastic.
No, you guys have a fantastic team.
We really do, dude.
I mean, everyone that I've met that's been a part of your team, I mean, is their own character. Great, professional, fun, energetic.
We got a lot of characters, dude.
Yeah, you do have a lot of characters.
We got a lot of
but that's
characters.
a great thing.
No, it's great.
That's a great thing.
We love characters, dude. We got a lot of stories. We'll have to bring Becky on again. Well, we got to bring all our staff on again. I say that because we're sharing like. I was like, hey, Becky. Becky's great, dude. She's a character like you would not believe, man. She broke her leg twice in the same week and just she came in. She was like, listen, I'm coming to work whether you like it or not. I'm gonna be there. She just can't stay away. We can't kick her out.
For context, Becky's one of our instructors at the school.
She's like 78 years old, dude.
Uh-huh.
She's 78 years old.
Wow.
And you know what she did? She bought herself a little wheel thing so she could wheel her ass around with her broken leg, dude.
Wow.
And she's like, I think I broke it again. And I'm like, okay, well, go the hell home, dude.
Go
She's like,
home?
no, I don't like my home. I want to stay here.
Oh,
we got a lot of
great,
great. We do have we have great. All right, what else we got? Because I think we're coming to the end, huh?
Pick a word.
We're gonna pick a word. It's gonna be let's just do Ellis, dude. Let's get Ellis on the brain, and we're gonna give away. You can pick your mat. We're gonna pick. Look at this. These are mini mats. We got these on shopcasinoquest.com. They're little mouse pads. They're designed by our very own Dennis and myself. Okay, especially this one, dude.
Love it.
This has become pretty popular, by the way. Right. We had a bunch of people come here. If you want to practice props while you're, doing other things on the corn hub, you know what I'm saying? This is the mat for you. You can work, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So shopcasinoquest.com, and we do have these big giant roulette mats, and we have some really great stuff coming, dude. We really are. We really upgraded that whole experience. We've sold out of these mats.
So this is also a mouse pad, right?
This is a giant mouse pad for your whole desk.
Wow.
So we have a craps version of this one, roulette version. We've sold 400 of them in 6 weeks.
No, this is pretty cool.
And this is
like this
free
a lot.
shipping on this one.
And just so everybody knows, it's very nice quality too.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
I'm sitting here.
Help us out.
Yeah, I'm sitting here touching it.
Trying to bring people to Ellis Island, dude. You
Very nice.
Yeah. But anyways, there we go. I think that's good. I think we'll end on that note. We'll figure out who. All right, so we got to pick someone.
Yeah, let me know when it's up.
And don't forget, we have the event tickets. So Alex Kim Ruined My Life, April 26th and 27th. It's going to be great. We're going to have the event here. We're going to do a lot of tournaments, a lot of prizes. We're going to have a catered dinner. And then the 27th is going to be at the school. You guys can sit back and bring me my coffee while we film roulette, dude. You know what I'm saying? We could take turns, dude. You wouldn't believe how much coffee I drink, dude. Hopefully no more than 5 of you show up, and that should be fine. But yeah, we're going to film roulette with you guys. Like, you guys, if you have strategies, leave us the hell alone, okay? We don't want to hear your strategies. No, some of them are going to have strategy. It'll be fine. We'll work it out. He's like, what's going on? All right, pick a number.
Well, tell me to stop first.
Oh, yeah, tell him to stop first. Never mind.
Stop.
There you go,
Okay,
stop.
1 through 10.
Now 1 through 10.
7.
7. Bill, I'm going to butcher your last name. Pinto, you're the winner.
Bill, you're the winner, buddy.
Beautiful.
And if you want something else, we're also giving out, you can even get a gift certificate. So instead of the mouse pad, you can pick a mouse pad, or we can give you a gift certificate on the shopcasinoquest.com, so you can pick whatever the hell you want. We're making that available because, we give something away. All right, before we go, tell me this. What's your favorite slot machine?
I know it's basic, but I gotta go with the Dragon Link.
Oh, really? Dragon Link? I know a lot of people like Dragon Link.
It's a lot of it's exciting, and it was the first one to kind of bring that to market, right? That Link style game, and there was a few before it actually, but it really nailed the formula, and it's just energetic, keeps you going.
What's your biggest jackpot?
Biggest jackpot? I have never hit any. So I'll do 2, right? I'll do mine,
go. Yeah.
And then I'll do that I've seen at work.
Okay,
right?
go. Yeah.
So mine was not very impressive. It was only $1,700 or something like that.
That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
$1,700.
But for a player, I'll tell you a funny story before we leave.
Go.
Is we have a Buffalo Grand machine at Ellis Island, and the same one has hit twice the Grand. And for those of you that don't know, the Grand is linked to multiple different machines, not just at our property, but in the state.
All over,
right?
yeah.
All over the place.
Okay.
You know, so one person hit it for 1.2 million.
Wow.
And then one other person, same exact machine, for 975,000.
Okay, I need to reserve this machine real quick. We got to make a phone call.
Between you and me, you know.
Let me know when that thing gets filled up. I'll be heading over.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
good. And you guys opened on the last note. You guys did open a high limit slot area.
Yeah.
So you have a higher denomination. Those of you looking for a bigger score or bigger play.
Sure do.
We were there, buddy. We
Yeah.
were there. We got to see Jacob's Life. I didn't get to say hello, but he was there. For those of you who follow Jacob's Life in Vegas, he's
Sure was. Yeah,
a
we brought
popular vlogger here.
brought Jacob's Life in Vegas down. Vital Vegas was there.
And Vital
You
Vegas,
guys.
I know. I don't know why. What did I miss? I missed Vital Vegas guy. What's going on? We got to run into each other. We just got to come the hell down here. We'll say hello. Have some coffee.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nick.
Of
Before we
course.
run
Thank
off,
you, David.
Clint's asking if you can give your contact info one more time.
Oh yeah.
Yes, please. So 2 ways to contact me, whichever way you prefer. My personal host line is going to be 702-274-5654. And you can follow me on Instagram as well and reach out there. That'll be Fava, F-A-V-A.Nick. So Fava.Nick. And thank you so much for having me, David. Appreciate it. Great time, great conversation.
Thank you, sir. Good.
And
Good
look
job,
forward to seeing
man.
everybody
Good
soon.
job. Youngest executive casino host. Like the whole thing, dude. Fantastic. Good
And I'm
work.
going to read the super chat as the ending thing because it's going to make sense once I read it. Tanuki gave us £9.99 pence.
That's a ton of money, dude.
Says off to Kino to unwind.
I am off to Kino to unwind, and
The truth is.
The Keno Master.
Kino Master's on his way, dude. Not this month. This month is the Kino loser.
Keno.
We're fading to black.
All right, see you guys. Bye.